Hello, fellow entrepreneurs. Marcia Steele here. I am going to do a series of videos for you on goal setting. Now, I know many of us have done goal setting for years, but goal setting for an entrepreneur is totally different. It has aspects that if you don't pay attention to, can really cause your business to derail. Here's what we're going to cover. We're going to cover in video 1 why goal setting often fails and what's different about entrepreneurial goal setting. Then video 2, we'll go through the goal areas. Video 3, not just the acronym SMART goals. I've put a different twist on it, and we need that twist if we're entrepreneurs. Video 4, we will go into how to craft strategies. Now, my background is GE, management consultant, and if you come out of GE, you understand strategies. I simplified this for you. I mean, to the bare bones, everybody will be able to do strategic goal setting when we're done with these videos. And then 5, monitor and review. Every step of the way is important. So let's get right into it. Video 1, why goal setting fails and what's so different? Because you see, studies show that up to 70% of goals fail. And we all know that, okay? We set, whether you want to call it goals or resolutions at the start of the year, or even when we were in corporate America, we did a lot of strategic planning and goal setting, and many times they didn't come to fruition. So let's ask the question and debate for a minute, although it's more one way than two way, why goals often fail. Well, one, a lot of times too ambitious. We have too many goals. And when there are too many goals, we can't give it the attention it is due. Or we have so many goals that we lose focus and we are all over the place and not being strategic in what we want or focused in what we want to accomplish. Sometimes we just lose the motivation and we get distracted because of changing priorities. If we're not motivated, we don't follow through, as we talked about priorities, lots of things, or life gets in the way of well-intentioned priorities that we have set, goals we have set. So how can we put some guardrails, some parameters around these so that we have a better chance of being successful with our goal setting? That's what we want to talk about. Now, what's so different about entrepreneurial goal setting? Well, as an entrepreneur, most of us are solopreneurs. This is not necessarily a startup where there is a group, but we start out as solopreneurs. We have life and business. Now, I know back in corporate America, you had life and business. But if you were sick and you were out, the business continued. That's not true for a solopreneur. So you have to make sure that you take care of you so that you can keep the business going. You also need to make sure that you don't put the business first and put your life second, as you did in corporate America. As you know, I focus on second career entrepreneurs. And oftentimes in coaching sessions, it comes up where people they come in and they're real excited. They want to share with me their business plan. And I go, wait a minute. How many times did you put your life on hold and you put the business first, or you had to, and you missed ball games with your kids or recitals or family events? Know that you're your own boss. Don't let that happen, because not only did you miss that, but then all of a sudden the business said, we don't need you anymore. And they gave you a package. And you can't go back and redo those things you missed, because the kids might be out of the house or they're moved on to a different stage of life. I don't want you to repeat some of those mistakes where you put your business first and then miss out on great life experiences. You see, when it comes to an entrepreneur, your vision of the preferred future, your vision of where you want to be in 3 to 5 years must include both the desired outcome for your personal life as well as your vision for your business. Please, this is my life. At this stage of my life, I'm all about travel. I enjoy traveling. Earlier this year, I was in Prague and Budapest. That's a picture of my family. I also believe in order for me to be a successful entrepreneur, I've got to attend conferences. I've got to sharpen my sword. Otherwise, why would my clients keep bringing me back year after year if I'm not better or have more to offer them this year than I did last year? So 2 of the conferences here, Podcasters Paradise or Podcasters Movement, because I plan to make podcasting a big part of my business. Some of you might recognize Amy Porterfield. I went to her mastermind group in San Diego, and anytime I can get to the beach, I'm an island girl. That's where I decompress. So I spent a lot of time on the beach in Jamaica and Fort Myers earlier in the summer. So figure out what's important in your life. A big part of my life is also missions. I do 2 mission trips a year to my home country of Jamaica, an adult one and a youth. At the bottom, you see 3 of the boys that I took under my wings. Because youth make a lot of big decisions between ages 15 and 20 that impact their whole lives. So this is something important to me. I want you to decide what's important to you and make sure you put those things first on your goal setting. So how do we do that? Let's talk about it. Here are some of the tools you're going to need. And folks, it's real cheap. What you will need is a basic calendar, some color dots, index cards, or Post-its. I use pencil and eraser when I'm planning because you will make changes, and markers. Now, here is an example of my calendar. I keep it simple. Green dots are income coming in. Orange dots are sunshine in my life. Those are the things that I want to make sure never change because they are important to me. So let's hone in a little bit closer and let me give you an idea. Now, in January 8th, and of course this is last year's calendar I'm sharing with you, I had an event in California. It had to have been, I can't remember now, at a nice resort, either a speaking engagement or a planning event or something. And I took 2 vacation days at the front and the end. Take advantage of that when a client is flying you out and putting you up at a nice place. Then, if you will see, in February, I indicated where I was. The first week of February, I'm in Atlanta. Then I'm in Orlando, DC, California, Boston. Sometimes I indicate where, sometimes I indicate the client or what I'm going to do, whether it's facilitation or FF, Friendship Force. I was doing a strategic planning event for their teams there. So you can do whatever you want, but what days can't change and what days are income days, so you know what days you can book. Now, again, with entrepreneurial goal setting, make sure you do personal and business, but the bullseye has to be around personal. You focus there, you put your emphasis there. That has to happen first. You've all heard that story about putting the rocks and the sand and the little stones in the jar. If you put all that stuff, you will not be able to fit in the important big stones. Make sure you put the big things on the calendar first. Then you will be able to fit everything else. That's how entrepreneurial goal setting, or that's one of the major ways entrepreneurial goal setting changes from regular goal setting. So, if you have any questions, just email me, askmarcia@2ce.guru. 2CE stands for Second Career Entrepreneurs. Or you can go to my website, marciasteele.com. There's a little microphone at the side. Click on that, talk to me. Or you can join the Second Career Movement by simply, there's that orange button that says, then click here now. Just click on that, enter your email, and you have joined the movement. That's the end of one. In number 2, in video 2, we are going to be focusing on goal areas. So make sure you tune back in for video 2, goal areas. Marcia Steele saying, ciao for now.